I want to talk to you now about strategy. You know, one of the key things that we've learned so far is if we have a clear vision and then a mission that tells us how we're going to get there, that's underpinned by a set of values, then we need a strategy. Okay, especially when we're growing our business, we need 3 parts to that strategy. We need to understand how we can scale up you as leaders in your business. Then how we can scale up the skills of your team, their capabilities, and ultimately then how that leads to the ability to scale up your business. So I'm going to ask you to be a bit self-indulgent for a moment. Anybody been on an aircraft? Anybody flown in the room? Everybody's flown, you pretty much. And what do they say to you in the kind of briefing initially, once they've shown you where the exits are and all that? They say, if the oxygen in the aircraft drops, this little bobbly thing will drop out the ceiling, and what are you supposed to do with it? What are the instructions? Put yours on first. If you're with your kids, if you're with your friends, you put your mask on first. So I want you to treat this little session now as you putting your mask on. You can be selfish. I don't want you to think about anybody else other than yourself. Yeah, is that okay? Yeah. My wife says I do that all the time. But you can just think about yourself for a moment. How do we scale up your capacity? Because, you know, running a business is a pretty full-time job, am I right? Yeah, it's more than sometimes 35 hours a week. Am I right? Yeah, so how do we create your capacity so that you are still strong, you're clear-minded, you've got the energy, you've got everything else you need to lead your business? And I want you to do this little exercise in the workbook. So if you can turn to your workbook, and there's a page number 7. Oh, this is good, isn't it? Page number 7. This is about your capacity. There's a little table there at the top half of that page with A, B, and C. And I just want you to fill in what each column means, okay, to start with. So column A. What column A is, it's all the things you're doing that actually don't really like doing them, and you'd rather someone else could do them. It might be that you have that someone else and you know you should be delegating to them, or you don't have that person yet. But that's the list of all the things that you do in your day-to-day that you don't really want to be doing. Okay? So that's A. Don't answer it yet, just pop that thought in that heading where it's got A. Okay? Now B. B is all the things you do that actually only you can do. Yeah, you don't want anyone else to be doing it. These are the things you do that you have to do, and you don't want anybody else to be doing it. Okay? That's B. That's what goes in B. And then C. C are all the things you would love to be doing more of. If only you had the time, you would do more of X and Y and Z. Yeah, these are all the things. And actually, these are often the things that would make the biggest difference in your business. They would have the biggest impact positively in your business if you could spend so much more time doing C and not being caught doing A. Okay? So now, the next 5 minutes, could you start to list? Fill in these columns. What is it you're doing in A that you dislike, that you really wish you could get rid of, you could delegate, you could find someone else to be doing more of? And what's in B? The stuff you know you have to do that no one else can do, and you don't want anybody else to be doing it right now. And then ultimately what's in C? And this is where you can be creative, you can use your imagination. These are all the things you'd love to be doing. Okay, so 5 minutes on that. Go. Good stuff. implementing this information. Sure? Yeah, good. Okay, everyone. Is that helpful? Wow. The energy in this room, it's like zzz. Okay. I'm going to move you on now. You're not allowed to think about yourself anymore. Stop being selfish. You're not allowed to think about yourself anymore. I now want you to think about the people in your business. Yeah? All those people that work for you. Or if you're a small business and you have either subcontractors or you have suppliers, think about the people that you rely on. So your employees are people that work for you, and the people you rely on. I'm going to get you to flick over a page onto page 8. Great, okay. Page 8. How do we scale up the capability of our team? How do we do that? The challenge for us is that we try to find the right people with the help of companies like HR Go, for example. We try to find the right people, but they don't always turn out that way, do they? And in fact, actually, as your business scales up, you'll find that not everybody is there with you for the whole journey. Yeah, because it'll get difficult for some, and they won't be up to it. So you have a whole range of skills and issues, if you like, with the people that you rely on, the people that work for you. And the way I describe it is a bit like this. You know, when you have someone working for you, and let's say they're not doing a great job, let's say you've got a performance issue, then that is either a skill issue or a will issue. It's either because they don't quite have the skills to do the job you're asking them to do, and therefore what we need to do is embark on a period of training and support, or it's a will issue. They don't want to do it, they don't buy into it, they don't care, and they're not right for your business. Possibly, yeah? Or it might just be that there's a lot going on in their home life. Who's got employees where there seems to be a lot going on in their home life and it's affecting the work life? Whereas actually work life should be the sanctuary. We want it to be their sanctuary if stuff's going on at home. If it's stable at work, it might help it to become more stable at home. So what we've got is a will issue. And I'm going to ask you to start thinking about your people and looking at this grid. Okay? I want you to go to the top right-hand box. The person in this box has high skill and high will. I want you to write some other words in that box. These people are your top performers. They're your top performers. They have high skill and they have high will. They're passionate. They buy into your values. They're doing a fantastic job. You know, you need these people on your team. These are your strikers. These are your very best people. And these are the people you could look to when you're looking at what's in box A, maybe, and thinking about delegating. Without wanting to overload these people, because often we put a lot their way, but they're your top performers. So we might delegate to these folk. Okay? Then let's drop down a box. Let's stay in the high skill group. The box below are all the people that have a lot of skill, but they have low will. I want you to write the word cynics. They're your cynics. They're the people that they do a good job, but they don't half moan about it. Got any of those? Yeah, they do a good job, but they spend all their time and all their energy moaning about how awful the job is. But they do a fantastic job, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah? They're a bit frustrating. At some point, you can start to put initials in these boxes. Yeah, if you've not already started doing that. Okay? But what we need to do with these people is excite them, inspire them. If we could just move them up into that top performer box, Have we had an honest conversation with them? Have we said, look, down the pub even, wherever, somewhere comfortable, this is how I see you. You would be one of my top performers if only your world wasn't so negative. How do we get you to buy into the values? How do we get you to buy into our vision and our mission? Okay? Let's go to the top left-hand box. These guys have high will. Yeah, high will. They're enthusiastic, but they have low skill. Now, you might only recently have recruited them, so we haven't yet completely trained them in the job that they're in. So they might be quite new to your business. You know, they're all the positive people we recruit until the cynics get hold of them. And suddenly we've got more cynics as opposed to more high performers. Okay, so we just need to train these guys well because we can deal with low skill. You can deal with low skill. We can train them. We can buddy them up. We can mentor them. We can do all sorts of things, especially if they've got high will. If they've got high will, they're willing to learn. They want to learn. They want to know more. They want more responsibility, and they want to progress in your business. So you've got a few of these people, I'm sure. But you've also got people in the last box, bottom left. They have low skill and low will. Let's just go back up to the top left because I want you to write in there rising stars. Top left are your rising stars. So top right are your, what's in your top right? Top performers. Bottom right, cynics. Top left, rising stars. Okay? Bottom left, passengers. They are passengers. They have low will and they have low skill. And they are the handbrake on your business. And they are usually the person that every time you have a management meeting or something, we're speaking about that person. And we've been speaking about this person for years. But they're still with you because they're able somehow to avoid accountability and to avoid progression and to really, they're just hiding in your business. But they're your passengers. And if you want to scale up, we have to scale them up too. And as an old boss used to say to me, and I'm sure one or two of you have heard me quote this, he said to me one day when we're going through about our 7-3 structure, Teague, you either buy in or you bugger off. And that's this group, I'm sorry to say. Should I say that? Can I say that, Pastor? Oh, too late. But it's true, isn't it? What are you doing with these people if they've been with you for years and years and years? You know, but we need to manage them correctly. We have some HR specialists in the room. It's always helpful to get the legal on these things. But I encourage you to think about how do we delegate, excite, inspire our top performers who often get a bit frustrated when they see what's happening or what's not happening with your passengers. And I've seen organizations where the top performers leave because we didn't deal with the passengers. And we've lost the wrong people. And how much more difficult is it then to find another top performer? Okay, so we have to have a strategy on how we improve the capability of our team. And it starts with recognizing where they sit. Your homework might be in a dark room somewhere to write a few initials in some of these boxes and think about the conversations you might have to move them. Because if you had a team of people that were all in the top half, they're either rising stars or they're top performers, imagine where you could take your business then. If everyone was a top performer and a rising star. Okay, good? Is good? You're all a bit... Okay, right. I'm going to move you on swiftly. We've talked about you. We've talked about your people. Now let's talk about your business. On page 9. I have 3 questions for you. I want you to now just think about these questions. They're important questions. And they're the questions I had to ask myself once when my business wasn't in the place I wanted it to be. And I'd encourage you, if you don't already, but have someone in the room, not necessarily in this room, but have someone in your business world that's a good mentor. You know, someone that you can bounce thoughts and ideas off. It's amazing. And don't have those conversations in your business. Go at the gym or go down the beach or go for a walk or go on a bike. And Michael and I, the things we've discussed has been phenomenal in our kind of co-coaching, co-mentoring relationship that's developed over the years. Fascinating how you need that second opinion. But for now, you've only got your opinion, so only you can answer this question. But I encourage you to share it with someone at some point. So here's the question. First question. What is working really well right now in your business? If people were to talk about your business in a very positive sense, think about all the testimonials you've had, the letters you've had that said, you're just amazing, you're wonderful. What is it? What is it that's working really well in your business right now? So we need to understand what that is, and we need to understand how we can leverage it. And then I'm going to get you to look straight at the second question, which is the other side of the coin. What's not working so well? What's a bit of a frustration right now? And then finally, what could we try? Armed with the answers from those two, what could we try that maybe we've never done before? A bit of creative thinking. It's an opportunity in the break, which is coming up in a second, to talk to someone else you've not met before and to say, this is a good question. What have we never done before? Maybe bounce a few ideas around. But for now, just spend a little bit of time, 5 minutes, focusing on question 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to go into a break, and I'll tell you when that is. Okay? Good stuff. We really want this conference to be interactive as much as possible. Yeah, you're warming up now, which is great. But we've got so much planned for you today. So much that can help you today. And I encourage you, come up to the stage, have a quick word with me or someone who's speaking. If there's a message you want to give, then I'm going to let you give that message. I've just had a lovely message from Jason from Flowbird. Yeah, I've just had the most loveliest message from Jason at Flowbird. Okay, we've got all your attention. He said, what was it you said? Yeah, it feels a bit rude weeing on one of the sponsors. Because one of our sponsors is VR Sani, who very kindly put wee mats in the toilet. Yeah. It smells lovely in there now. Yeah, it's not like a cricket ground toilets anymore. It's just gone up a whole new level. So we're enjoying weeing on our sponsor. Thank you, VR Sani. And I'm just going to invite David very quickly from Foot Locker.
It was just on my heart just to share this because I just thought it was important actually, because I just wanted to say to Simon and all of the team that if I went home now and just put into practice what I've learned so far, if I'd spent twice as much on the tickets to come here as I spent, it would still only be a fraction of the value of what I've learned if I put it into practice. And that question that says what's not working in the company, I thought, what's not working in the company? And I thought, me. I'm not doing all those things. And if I do those things, it's got the potential to take us a lot further. And I just want to say thank you to Simon and the team that they're just at a great vision.
You take cards. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Okay.